The ancient world has fascinated us for years. There are many artifacts that have been discovered though that have caused us to question what they depict. One interesting artifact that's said to show advanced technology is that of the Babylonian cylinder seal. Theorists have said this seal is proof of advanced weaponry. It's important to note that skeptics and scientists have said this isn't what it depicts, but amateur researchers have said we can learn a lot about the past by looking at ancient texts. Those who've seen the seals have said it looks like a nuclear bomb and an explosion. Some have used examples like this to prove that ancient humans had advanced technology. As with the majority of these findings, they're up for debate. Believers have said this seal is similar to the ones found in Egypt, that allegedly show Egyptians using advanced technology. One user said the following: "Going back thousands of years ago, the only way humans could detail the past was in writings. Perhaps we shouldn't take everything so literal, but this seal does look like a bomb going off. It doesn't mean that's what's happening here, but it does certainly make for an interesting conversation." Across many civilizations we see similar looking depictions, and you can't help but wonder what they were trying to detail. End quote. As of right now, you have ancient theorists that believe this is evidence of humans destroying themselves, and saying that every 100,000 years or so civilization starts over, further saying that we've been looking at our ancient history wrong, and one of the reasons why ancient humans were able to achieve what they did is because they had the tech. Skeptics though say this isn't what's being depicted, and say that ancient theorists always take things too literal. One interesting civilization that's been at the centre of many mysteries is that of the Sumerians. The ancient Sumerian civilization is regarded as perhaps one of the oldest civilizations of humanity, and could very well have been among one of the first. Despite their significance in history of civilization, not much is known about their civilizations and cultures in the modern day, with many of their artifacts and their ancient cities completely lost to time. Many of the oldest recovered documents and tablets in the world come from the ancient Sumerian accounts, which makes it not at all surprising that so many witness accounts exist from this time, that go into vast detail of the mythologies and religion of the ancient Sumerians. One most notable encounter in the modern day being their self-proclaimed encounter with the gods of their times. The ancient Sumerian gods were depicted as being large intelligent beings that looked similar to man but with the capability of flying through the skies on large metal dragons that would breathe out fire as they ascended. In fact, the name of these gods referred to as the Anunnaki, and their translation of the word quite literally means the people from the stars. This has led many modern-day UFO groups to suggest that these Anunnaki were nothing more than advanced extraterrestrial life that had made early contact with the human race and helped them evolve past their Stone Age evolution. Additionally, given the fact that the world's first civilizations are traced back to the ancient Sumerian civilization, this has provided more support for the theory that the advancements with the human race worked hand in hand with that of the encounters with these people from the stars. This has led many to wonder who or what the Anunnaki were, and any scriptures surrounding such beings to be studied religiously, in the hopes of uncovering more evidence for this ancient alien hypothesis and the development of the human race during this time. The DNA of the Sumerians. For the longest time, one of the biggest mysteries surrounding that of the ancient Sumerian people had nothing to do with its civilization, culture, or any one of its incredible levels of developments, but rather that of the genetic lineage of the people, their origin, and the discovery of any possible modern-day descendants that could be studied further to help us better understand that of the ancient Sumerian civilization and their people. Due to a number of different writings, there also appear to be numerous claims from ancient alien researchers that believe that the modern-day descendants of the ancient Sumerian civilization could help shed proof into that of the ancient alien theory of genetic manipulation with the help of the Anunnaki, the supposed gods that had come from the stars. researchers believe that if the modern day descendants could be found and their DNA could be tested, there would have been irrefutable proof that their DNA had been manipulated by their gods. In the event to promote the human evolution, and possibly provide answers for the ancestral missing link, leading many to spearhead this campaign in the hopes of gathering evidence of extraterrestrial intervention. However, the problem with this campaign is that the ancient Sumerian civilization was reportedly wiped out thousands of years ago, before the dawn of the ancient Babylonian society, leading many to believe that perhaps the people of the ancient Sumerian civilization had all perished. Luckily for humanity and researchers alike, a number of researchers finally tracked down a group of people in the modern day that are believed to hold the genetic code of the ancient Sumerian people. After archaeologists located the preserved body of an ancient Sumerian prophet that was believed to have survived a massive flood referred to as Noah, researchers were able to gather DNA from the teeth of the individual and use it to trace any modern day descendants. This led to researchers uncovering the last known descendants of the ancient Sumerians in the modern day, and these were that of the marsh Arabs, that lived secluded from the rest of the world in the marshlands of Arabia. When further testing was done, they proved to be a conclusive match to the ancient Sumerians, leading many to make strange connections with their modern day society and that of the ancient Sumerian civilization. The most peculiar comparison was that the ancient Sumerians held the belief that the world had been destroyed by a massive flood, and that their people came from a family that had survived the catastrophe and had mastered the ability to live on the seas. Interestingly, the marsh Arabs appear to be master boatmen, as well as forming several houses and villages floating on the waters of the marshlands. So what do you make of these interesting ancient depictions? And do you think these texts show us events that played out in the past? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.